I want to talk a little bit about how these assignments come about. One of the things that I do want to say is that oftentimes they seem to be stimulated by a time of change in our life. So a new relationship can bring in assignments. Okay, now we're going to learn about unconditional love, right? We're ready to learn about unconditional love. That's why this relationship has come in. A new baby, a new child coming into your life. When you think about it, a child is bringing his or her soul, of course, with himself, with herself. And for the mother and the father, even from conception, that soul is hanging around. And so you have this energy field that's coming in with its own imprints, with its own karma, with its soul purpose. And that begins to impact the field of the parents and siblings and other people in the family immediately, right? And so even before the baby comes in, we're starting to work with this new energy field, which of course will be bringing in shifts for those of us who will have this child in our lives. So if the child is bringing in shared karma, you may find that beginning to move through even before the child comes into the world, or when they're very young babies and seemingly incapable of, eliciting these types of responses or shifts, but it's actually happening because it's imprinted in the soul. Moving to a new location can have an impact on our system and can create new soul assignments. And this can have to do with perhaps wherever you were living, you have gathered all of the lessons that you needed to in that particular area, particularly when you move pretty far from where you are, like into a new culture maybe even, or a new part of the country, or a new environment. I often think about how environments have such an impact on people. Like living in the mountains is going to be a different impact on your soul than living in a prairie or living near an ocean, right? And I feel that we choose these areas for the energy that they're going to impart on us and share with us, and that too has an impact on our soul. So a move somewhere can elicit new soul assignments and new soul growth. A change in jobs. So again, usually when we leave a particular job, it's because we have learned all that we need to, whether we, lost the job or were fired from the job or quit the job. Either way that it happened, it is the soul moving on. And sometimes we don't move on very easily on our own, so we need somebody to fire us in order to do that. And as long as we don't take it personally, and we know that it's the universe conspiring to bring us something even better, something that matches where we're at as a soul right now, then we can accept any changes within our work with graciousness. Traveling to certain places, particularly spending a fair bit of time in a foreign country, or returning there again and again, can be an interesting way of shifting the soul, of bringing forth new assignments. We have all had many past lives, if you listen to many of the soul experts. And so that when we go and visit Egypt or India or Peru or whatever place, if we in fact had a past life there, just being in that environment, in that temperature, in that ecosystem, within those people, that language, that food, etc., can really awaken karmic residues and elicit a shift or growth in the soul.